When you go for a bike ride, you might enjoy a ride for a few hours, but our first guest plans on saddling up on his bicycle for a year. York County native and military veteran Brian Diapiece of Bicycle Around America is here to explain why he's taking on such an insane assignment, as some might think. But you're smiling, so it's not crazy to you, is it?
No, it's no problem. It's going to be big, but it'll be fun.
Big, no kidding, it's going to be big. Tell me about Bicycle Around America. What's the idea?
Right, so the idea is to ride around the country and raise awareness and funds for two charities. And it's really a ride of appreciation to show people that we have things really good here in America, and there are other places in the world that are much more poor.
So then when is this going to happen? How long it will take? Where are you going to go?
Yeah, so it'll start on May 3rd from Times Square, New York City, and I'll do a counterclockwise loop. So I'll head up to Maine and then head over to Washington State and then a counterclockwise loop. So it'll take about 1 year, maybe a little bit less. It'll be between 10 and 11,000 miles total.
Holy heck.
Yeah.
I mean, you and I were just looking at the map beforehand. Right. I mean, it's huge around the whole country.
Yeah, it's going to be a long one. It's going to be a lot of work.
And so you're doing this to raise awareness for the two charities.
Right.
So tell me about that.
Right, so the first charity is called Pencils of Promise, and they build schools and train teachers in extremely poor areas of the world, Southeast Asia, in Africa, and places like that. So I was a teacher in Thailand for a while, and my heart really went out. There are a lot of kids out there that want an education but don't have the means to do so. And the second charity is called Connecting Families. And Connecting Families is stationed in Jakarta, Indonesia, and it's a very poor city, extremely poor. And I lived there for the past year. I just came back about 2 months ago. And I've seen extreme poverty over there, and the healthcare system is really messed up. So that's what Connecting Families focuses on, the healthcare system.
So you want to bring awareness, you want to raise money, but really, why a bike ride? How did that idea come about?
I don't know. I always had, I knew I wanted to help, but I wasn't sure how. And then one morning I was in Vietnam. This is while I was teaching in Thailand. I was in Vietnam and I just woke up and I knew what I had to do. It was really weird. It was just like a moment of inspiration. So I woke up and within the first hour I knew everything I had to do, and I planned out everything, and it just clicked. It all happened very quickly.
It sounds like you definitely have a calling and you're answering that calling.
I think so. So
again, raising money for these charities. So how much do you need to raise to do this?
Yeah, I'm thinking my goal is $100,000. I want to raise $50,000 for each charity, and the way it's going now, I think it's going to work. I mean, there's been huge support from my hometown, and as I make my way around the country, I think it's really going to gain momentum. So I'm really excited about it.
Oh, so you're going to continually be raising money as you go.
Yeah.
You don't have to do it all right up front.
Right. I have I'll have speaking engagements along the way. I plan on stopping at schools and maybe churches and maybe gyms, things like that, physical fitness, and a lot of schools. Though I have a speaking engagement in Boston on May 11th, where I'll speak to about 1,000 kids. So I'm really excited about that.
That's terrific. But again, this is really a lot for one person to handle. What's the training been like?
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of stationary bike training because the weather's been really bad.
Sure.
So I've done a lot of that, and I just got my new bicycle here, and I've been putting a couple miles on that as well. But most people think that the physical aspect is the hardest part. 10,000 miles is a long way.
That's
there's no
what I'm
doubt.
thinking.
Right, but it's actually the mental is much harder. I mean, that first day I set out, and even the first couple months, I have so much left to go. And bad weather, I'm gonna come up against everything. So it's really mentally pushing through. It's just one day at a time is the only way you can really get through something like this. So that's the plan.
It's just terrific. And you say people can kind of come along with you on certain parts of the ride.
Right. I have a tab on my website called Ride With Me. So a lot of people, I have some friends around the country, they say that they said, I want to ride with you too. So I created a tab that allows people to get in touch with me, to get in touch with me, and we can meet up and ride, maybe an hour, a day, a week, whatever they want. So
that is so much fun to invite people along on the journey with you.
Right.
Big question now: how can folks get involved with what you're doing? How can they donate to your cause?
Right. So my website's set up. It has all the information you need. It's bicyclearoundamerica.com, and on there you can buy T-shirts that support the cause. That my own logo made by Eric Willis. He helped me draw that logo, and they can donate. They can just say hello. They can get in touch with me to ride with me. All kinds of things. I'll have a blog. I'll try to update the blog as much as possible. And there are links to my Facebook and Instagram and Twitter where all this will happen. The whole project will be live, pretty much daily updates.
Well, I know we at Good Day PA will be following you along the journey. Brian, thanks for sharing this with our audience, and I hope this encourages folks to get involved with your cause. Good to meet you.
You too.